Well, hi there, members. There's a musician out there I'm sure most of you have never heard of. His name is John Legend. Younger people have heard of him. He's becoming fairly popular. Here's what's interesting about John Legend. John Legend, please sit down if you're not already sitting down, and we'd like to caution our more elderly viewers that this may in fact cause them some kind of a adrenaline heart palpitation. But John Legend, as it turns out, is a musician who's not too fond of Donald Trump at all, really. He's an entertainment person who's a big progressive liberal. I'll just let the shock of that wear off for a moment.
Who's heard of
that
before?
And then I will say this. John Legend put out a casting call here in Los Angeles because John Legend, in his next music video, is going to be doing a segment where there's a series of Trump supporters. And here's what the casting call says they're looking for. They are looking for actors to play protesters on a set resembling a rally counter-protest, including 8 white men and women, 30 to 65 years old, preferably out of shape, to play Trump supporters. So now that we know that John Legend and the rest of the Hollywood crowd thinks about us, I thought it might be fun for us to cast a music video, to be sung by, I don't know, John. Five for fighting, John. But in any event, it's a music video. I was going to say
Joe Piscopo.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
I want to say Kasich is not it. So here's the thing. What would the casting call look like if we were going to show a bunch of Hillary supporters and Bernie supporters? If we had to cast a group of 8 Bernie supporters or Hillary supporters, what would we be looking for professionally? Steve?
Oh, that's to me. Sorry. Well, no. If you're going to cast a bunch of Bernie supporters, you've already seen these guys on the news. They wear black and masks, and they carry shields, and they can be seen beating people up on the streets. You may have heard of them. They're called.
So it could be anybody. You're saying it's an opportunity to employ virtually anyone, since the masks and the black hoods and cloaks and everything.
Sure, but by and large, those are young white people. So there you go. Hillary supporters. No, I'm not even going to touch that one. Not going to go.
Come on, touch it.
What color hat will they be wearing, Steve? What color hat?
It won't be red, I'll tell you that much. But what I would like, Bill, instead, let me turn this around a little bit. John Legend sells a lot of records. In fact, I own one of them, the one that has Maxine on it. So that's a great little heartbreak song. I love the song. But John Legend does this kind of soft, poppy R&B kind of thing, very slickly produced, very easy to listen to, sort of ear candy, that tends to be listened to by older, pudgy white people who buy albums still. So my advice to John Legend is be careful who you offend, because this may put off a core part of his audience.
Seems unlikely, since he tweets pretty much every other day that if Trump resigned, he wouldn't have to worry about being impeached. Scott, if we had a Hillary rally or a Bernie rally that we needed to cast, who would we be looking for?
Oh, I want to go to the John Legend concert. Do I have to go to a Hillary rally?
Yes. No, it's only make-believe, Scotty. Don't stress yourself. Don't be triggered. It's just a pretend thing.
It's only
not
a
real.
paper moon hanging over a cardboard sea. If it's sad when you think about this, because the whole idea is you got to caricature your opponent because you can't come at them head on. You can't actually address them necessarily for who they are. So, if you actually if John Legend were to cast, let's say, relatively young, attractive, physically fit people in that video, then his assumption is that the shallow people who would watch his video would be thinking, well, those people, whatever they think I would agree with, because look how attractive they are. They're very appealing. They must have good ideas, because look at the lips on that one. So it's like, it is this just, quarter-inch deep and a mile wide kind of philosophy of life. And oddly enough, where are they casting this? I'm assuming they're casting this in the entertainment headquarters of the world, where the likely applicants for this position are all going to be leftists who just happen to be older and out of shape. So they're going to get a bunch of liberals to pretend that they're conservatives for this liberal entertainer. And the sad thing is, it doesn't really advance the dialogue. Like a guy like John Legend could make a huge impact. He could do what football player J.J. Watts decided to do with his fame and raise $18.5 million for the survivors in Houston. Using his fame on Twitter and elsewhere to do kind of things like that, instead of using that fame to actually denigrate half your audience. And I think that's where Hillary Clinton went wrong, back to finally ending with the Hillary Clinton rally. When Hillary Clinton starts talking about these deplorable people, she forgets that half the country falls, or at least sees themselves, in the category of people who could never vote for her, but might think of voting for Donald Trump.
Well, if I had to cast for either one of these, if I had to cast a music video and I needed Bernie supporter rally or a Hillary supporter rally, I think for the Bernie supporter rally, I would pick... They said they needed, 8 people? So I would pick 4 white liberal-looking people, nobody over the age of 20, and I know there's an alpha male and a beta male, and there's probably a gamma male, but if there are any delta males, I'd include 2 of those. And I'd have them standing back there, and I'd have them wide-eyed with excitement that this ancient old figure who's never worked a day in his life, who preaches about communism and socialism and how wonderful it's going to be, who talks about a 94% tax on people who make more than $400,000 as if those people wouldn't simply stop working and kill all the jobs that the young people are sitting there going to be dependent on, and who parenthetically apparently owns 3 houses, that kind of socialist, that kind. I would just have them look as stupid as I can. I'm looking for 18 to 20, preferably really dim but intense and passionate and dim. That's what I would do for Bernie. The Hillary rally would actually be a lot more fun to cast, because the Hillary rally would obviously be movie stars. I'd just grab a handful of
you could get A-listers,
a handful
man.
of John Ruffalos. I'd throw in a couple of Meryl Streeps. Chip in a Rosie O'Donnell or 2. Throw them all in there, and then have these multi-millionaires who tell everybody about how good they are and how much they love the common people. These multi-millionaires who tell their accountants to take every single possible deduction, walk it to the line, and then put your toes over it. And I would have these very, very rich, very stupid, very out of touch, very vain, narcissistic people talking about how Hillary Clinton is a representative of the regular working guy here in America.
Deplorable.
See, 2 can play at this game.
Like the guy I play in the movies.
I think we should do it. That means I'm going to have to start a singing career. I can actually sing Come Fly With Me pretty well, but that's pretty much it. So unless people are interested in a 1-song album, I guess the concert's going to be briefer than we anticipated. That's your members-only Right Angle here at BillWhittle.com with Steve Green, Scott Ott, the rest of the Right Angle team, and the BillWhittle.com team, small and motivated though it may be. Thanks very much for your membership. You make all this possible, and we will see you next week.